I'm here, bro. Okay, I can see you, my bro. I don't know. Did you get the invitation to join the live? Please check on your notifications there, bro. Please. Please check if you did receive it. Let me see. Yo, Special, if you're here on the live, please double check if you did receive the invitation. I did send it. I'm just waiting for you to accept. I see now. Okay, there we go. Add. There we go. 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 Yo, beautiful people. Let me repeat. This is the Be Happy Central live show. Today we are having Sfundo. I keep saying Usfiso. Usfundo. Sorry, guys. Usfundo just joined in. This is episode 17 of the Be Happy Central live show. Usfundo is a vocalist. Usfundo is a poet and disability rights activist. So, usikhabulela kabanzi ukuthi kahle kahle where did this whole journey started? Yo, Sfiso. Yo, I mean Sfundo.
Yeah.
Hey, what's good, my brother?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, and then can you see me? No, yes.
No, don't worry about that, man. I always
Okay.
have such technical issues. Don't worry. After we're done with the whole thing, you'll appear, you'll see us properly.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, cool. Right, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right, cool. Can you please introduce yourself to the people, my brother?
Oh, okay. My name is Sfundo Kosnats Kasani. Um, I'm a vocalist, like I said. I'm a poet. I'm a disability activist. And I'm just in love with the art of performing, more than anything, actually. So yeah.
All right. Anyways, by the way, thank you for accepting our invitation as Fundo. I know you have a busy schedule, Yabo, but thank you so much for actually accepting and coming into the show to come have an open heart conversation so that you let the people know who you are. And really, I just hope the conversation that we're gonna have today in Jai Game, it really reaches out to the people who truly need the inspiration, who went through the same trials and tribulations or same journey or upbringing that you went through. And I hope it becomes so relatable to the people who truly need to hear this beautiful story that you have for us today. So, Sfundo,
All right, man.
yeah, man. Please take us from the beginning since Vele, nothing is prepared. So we'll just um dissect the whole conversation as we go.
Okay, so I was born and bred in Durban,
Mm,
1995,
okay.
September. Born to parents Tlantas Kosan and Nondumis in
Mm,
So I was born as you know, most are born in like a full 9 month cycle. I was born in 6 months. As it I have a condition called cerebral palsy, and it's a condition that affects the side of my body mainly. Um, so my body, the left side doesn't work as good as the right side.
mm-hmm.
Um, I was born in Ekasi, a place called Ntuzuma in Durban, born
Oh,
and bred there. And I don't know, I just fell in love with music from a very young age, particularly singing. Grew up listening to a lot of Michael Jackson, a lot of Luther, your Mariah's, so like your Mariah Carey's. And then here at home, my grandma loved Jabu Kanyile, Brenda Fassie. Yeah, I mean, I grew up like consuming like a lot of music, Huma Segela. So all of that influence, kind of like, I don't know, I I grew up just listening to all of that music, and it kind of like influenced me. I started loving performing, and I would just sing at home, try and imitate what they were doing, and mimic the even their voices, the vocal choices as well. So that's where my love for music grew. And then here we are now. I'm pursuing music myself. So yeah.
No, no, quite a very insightful story, but I just feel that it's a bit summarized. Yeah, boy. So
Okay.
let me just begin here, my brother.
Okay.
You talked about your condition. Let me just start from your condition before we head to
Yeah.
the music journey and going forward. So this,
Okay.
can you please just in case for someone who doesn't know the type of condition that you have, please explain it to the people. Ukuthi kahle kahle i-condition enjani there and what are the effects you can understand as you grow up, you know, looking at the type of person you are, who is so involved in the entertainment business, who's so involved in the social, light.
Okay. Um, how can I explain this? It's difficult to explain. But um, I was born with the condition. We both know that. And then it just affects you mentally and physically, I guess. I went to normal schools, even though I was not supposed to. I think it's because my parents weren't aware of how to deal with someone like me. but yeah, it did kind of affect me in school, I guess, in a way. Um, yeah, affected me in school, but I didn't let it define me entirely. I was able to finish matric. Um, I was able to even go to school after matric, go to tertiary and finish as well.
Hmm.
Um, but obviously, as a kid, man, you start understanding which way. Okay, I can't do certain things that our other kids are able to do. Them, you start being aware with, okay, even if there's a limit to how far I can go. Um, but somehow I was able to adapt and make it work, man. Um, yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
So
But
no,
the name of the condition is called cerebral palsy. No, the name of the condition is called cerebral palsy.
ah,
It's 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 a common and it's a common disability. It's not even like it's like rare or anything. Like a lot of people have CP and actually have lives with CP and stuff. So yeah, it's just that with me, because I'm in an entertainment industry and it's mainly right based on our physical traits and anything else, it becomes difficult to make the kind of impact that you'd like to make. Um, a basic example for you, like I'm asking you a question, which disabled entertainer that you can say that you like aware of, like, and by entertainer I mean like superstar.
hmm. Okay, I know athletes in terms of entertainers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, entertainer.
Like you, literally the only person that I know.
No,
Definitely the only person that I know.
okay, man,
Lo-
there's like for me, there's two that I'm familiar with that are like global. I'm talking about global impact here. It's Stevie Wonder, and Ray Charles. Stevie Wonder is blind. Remember, Stevie Wonder is blind, but
Mm,
he plays multiple instruments. He's a
hmm.
vocal arranger. I think he's a producer as well. But he is also an award-winning like artist. He's a Grammy award-winning.
Hmm.
in
So now, looking at the condition that you have,
yeah,
take us now to when you decided, just regardless this condition, mamela,
yeah.
ngiyabangena kulo music, ukuthi uthini ubani kanjani okwakhe. So take us from that moment you realize this is my thing. Do it irregardless my disability or what people would say, you know. So tell us about that moment and going forward. Very sharp.
Um, Dude, like I remember the first time, like I keep referencing Michael Jackson because I remember even the music video itself. It was "Rock My World" featuring I think Chris Foster, whatever his name is, him. But I remember the day I saw the music video and TV was like, okay, that's what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Mm,
That was like a light bulb moment for me. So wait, this is what I want to do.
mm,
And ever since then, I've just been like, you know what? I really want to do this. Like, yeah, and you know how people have plan B? Like, in most cases, the people have like, okay, this is what I want to do, but I have other things that I want to do. I've always wanted to do music. I've always just been in love with the art of music. And ever since then, I've tried to work my way towards it. Like, I would try, like I've been saying, I would even try to imitate Michael Jackson's like notes and his like singing, his singing style. And over time, it grew to other vocalists, Bo Mariah, Bo Whitney. Like those are people that really just influenced like my singing and me wanting to be an artist. Also, I've always loved writing. I've always loved like expressing myself in that way. Also, I love theater. Like I grew up watching a lot of Disney.
mm,
So these are all of these things that influence what I wanted to do. All I wanted to do was just to be on TV. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be on TV. I wanted to sing. So just over time, it just grew, and just became better and better and better. But because it took me a while to even grasp the concept that wait, I'm disabled, why not? I just wanted to be on TV like other superstars. It took me a while to actually understand that wait, I'm different because I'm not like other people, you know.
mm, mm.
So yeah, I don't know if I answered you. I feel like I'm all over the place.
No. You actually did. You actually did. Because I thought
Okay.
maybe one inspiration was your likes of Stevie Wonder. You know, looking at the
Yeah,
disability and actually the biggest superstars in the world, and maybe
yeah,
that sparked something inside you.
yeah.
To actually
I,
take the courage.
I I discovered them later on in life. So oh,
Oh,
wait, there's people like Stevie Wonder, people like Ray Charles. I'm like, yeah, dude. So yeah.
hmm. No, interesting, Jake. Amy. So, tell us about your first live performance, my brother, on stage. How was it like? How was it like, man? How was
My
the crowd response? And way before that performance, how were you feeling?
okay. Well, I don't because I've been doing this for so long. I don't particularly remember my first time like performing, but I do remember my first time on like a really big, like mega stage, like a big mega like crazy like big stage. So I
What's
was
the
doing
what's the name of the event?
yeah
What's the
I
name
was
of the
doing I was doing a song with a friend of mine for a tribute because he had died from suicide. So we did a tribute for him at what do you call this? Speak Out Loud Poetry Slam. Yeah, Speak Out Loud Poetry Slam. That was my first at it happened at the State Theater. So that
Mm,
was my first major like stage. Like where I felt like it was just everything was perfect from the sound to the lighting to the actual platform itself. Like everything on that particular stage was just like, it was almost like it was tailor-made for that moment. It was just beautiful. That's the moment where I moved to, wait, maybe I can do this forever. so yeah.
I you know, when you're speaking about, you know, the tribute song that you did for your friend who got,
Yeah.
you know, yeah. There's this status. You just made me. You just reminded me actually. There's this status I think you reshared it on the app. It
Okay.
says. So I need you to like elaborate more from what you said, because I feel like
Okay.
it also it's also closer to your heart as much as it's more of an external referenced message, you know.
Okay.
So let me just point it out real quick. It says, "I remember the way I was so miserable, had suicide thoughts. I believe I'm strong, not just strong, but in prayer. Satan was whispering in my ears, telling me there's no point of living. Why ndingazibulali?" Okay, I survived nalapho. I remember the way bendinxila ngakhona. It wasn't me. I was going through I was going through something, yeah. But God loved me so much. Wandikhupha ebumnyameni, and I will always thank him for that. And okay, I will always thank him for that. I'm not perfect, but where I am right now, I think God is also proud ngami. Step by step, I'll get where he wants me to be.
Okay.
Awusihabuleli nje game ukuthi really what was going on through your mind. You know, were there any, you know, personal reflections happening when a thought came into mind that, well, let me research, share the status. Tell us about just that whole thought process Jai gave me. What was going on?
Okay. That was actually not even mine. That was not my handwriting. It was a friend. But
Okay.
I still relate to the words because now I feel like God has just always been sort of with me in a way. Because if you look at my life, it's a whole lot of rejection, but I was able to overcome. For instance, remember after high school, I wanted to study theater, and an institution that I wanted to go study in told me because of my disability, I won't be able to do theater. But in 2015, I auditioned for the State Theater Youth Choir, and I was able to literally do theater through that choir. I was able, because it's a State Theater Youth Choir. I actually worked theater for at least 2 years. I was able to do that. And initially I was told, no, you won't be able to do theater, but our choir is not a choir that just sits there and just sings. It's like a choir that it's a theater choir. You have to dance, you have to show up, you have to be really present to be part of that choir. And I was able to do it for 2 years. I was able to do theater for at least 2 years, but I was initially told no. And then even when was it? 2 years back as well. I was on BET Africa, and I was also on SABC2 Beyond through a platform called the Weekend Festival. It's a platform that showcases disabled artists and stuff. And I was able to work with one of the biggest gospel producers we have in our country, Nobego Mbata. He's literally the biggest gospel producer we have in the country. I was able to work with him. I literally even grew up watching him on TV. And so I feel like even though people think ukuthi, yo, this person can't do shit. No, not even capable. Even though, like, you get so many rejections because of just one aspect that doesn't define who you are. I was
Mm,
able to overcome it, and I owe all of that to God. I owe all of that to God. He's just always been there holding my hand, man. I've Because even with platforms like Black Labon, I've been with Black Labon since its beginning. I don't know how many times I've headlined for Black Labon, but if I listen to naysayers, they would think, yo, this person is incapable of doing. Like, no, because especially here at home, like our industry is so backwards in terms of like how they think. If we look at other parts of the world, they're not like our country in terms of the entertainment industry. Because I understand if the talent wasn't there, but the talent is right in front of your face, and you keep ignoring it because you have preconceived notions or ideas about how a person should be. If you look at platforms like Idols, dude, whenever I encountered someone with a disability on this platform, I mean, it's weird because I even know other talented people that are even more talented than me, people that even play multiple instruments that are disabled but can never be on a platform like others because of how the industry is,
mm,
you know. So yeah, but God has been good, man. I've been able to do so many cool things in spite of the fact that I'm just defined by one thing. And I don't even define myself, it's people that define me based on the one aspect of who I am. But I was able to overcome those things, and I'm still overcoming those things, you know. Um, so yeah, God has been absolutely amazing, man. I'm not gonna lie.
mm.
Yeah.
May we give praises to God, man, the whole time. Look, since Vele is emphasizing about this whole disability situation, I'd love you to highlight to one of the most disgusting moments that you ever had to experience because of, you know, your disability. You know, um, yeah, I just want to know. You know, I just want to know, man, my brother. I just want to know.
No, wait. Do you mean like in like a personal manner or in an artistic manner? Because there's two sides.
Um,
Um,
well, I would love, you to share the personal one, uh, and as well as the artist one. You know, that would be actually lovely.
okay, I feel like for me, the only thing that really impacts me when it comes to disability thing is probably like the dating scene. It's brutal.
What?
The
Whoa, whoa, hold on. It's the dating scene.
dating scene is brutal. um, but
Explain.
outside of that, honestly, outside of that, I have the most supportive friends ever. I have the most supportive family ever as well. Like so, I've never felt like an outsider, but at the dating scene, bro. Like, can I give you? I need to go back to one moment, man.
Please.
For instance, let me use an example because I can't remember a moment because I feel like oh, there've been so many. Um, but for instance, we're in a digital era right now,
Yeah.
so like for instance, Tinder. Let me use that as an example. You know, every time I have to meet someone new on Tinder,
Mhm.
like I have to explain with you. So I might be cute, but I have a disability and shit. Like that's annoying. That is
Mm.
annoying. Every time you meet someone new, you have to like explain it to you. This is what I am. Like I wish I lived in a world where I can just meet someone and never have to explain myself.
Yo, bro.
but but it's cool, man. It's cool. Like we live and we learn, man. Like I don't know how to explain this to you, but a lot of people are not exposed to people with disabilities in a way. So I guess it's my job to sort of like do that.
Mm.
We and even others as well, because I do have friends as well. Like I think it's our job, especially since I'm in the artist scene. It's my job to to make sort of some sort of an awareness about people like me, because people are ignorant, you know. Then they don't really encounter a lot of people with disabilities, like, in their lives, you know.
Facts.
And also their perception of their partners. No one wakes up to think, wait, I'm gonna fall in love with someone with disability. Every time you imagine someone that you're gonna be with, you imagine someone who's physically perfect, right?
Mm.
So
True.
when you have those encounters with people, it's in a way you sort of have to educate them about it. You know, no, wait, I'm not stupid. No, I'm not stupid. No, I can do stuff. It takes me longer than your average person, but I can do the things that you can do as well. You know.
Mm.
But for me, in a sense, I don't always want to do that. I don't always want to educate someone about it. I want, in a way, I want to live in a society where I can just rock up and not have to explain myself. It's just
Mm.
that it's going to take, I guess, work, like a
Mm.
lot of actively, like maybe campaigning or like talking about um, people with disabilities from all angles. Because I was even talking to a friend earlier and we spoke about that. We would say a lot of times whenever someone encounters someone with a disability, they don't even think, oh, to wait, they can even have sex. or 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 be or enjoy themselves in that way, or go on a date. For them, we're just these innocent people that are incapable of doing anything, you know. And
Mm.
in a way, it's my job to kind of open up the dialogue so we can actually have those conversations and people are able to understand us better, because there's not one type of disability. There are many types of disabilities and they impact us in different ways. It's a
Mm.
matter of just unpacking and having the conversation, you know.
Mm.
So yeah, and then in an artistic manner, I do want to see a more inclusive space. I was so happy
Whoa, hold
when I
on.
saw
Sorry.
Kelvin.
We said
Okay,
a more
a more inclusive
or inclusive. Okay.
artistic um space
Environment.
where it's diverse in a way.
Mm.
Yeah, a more diverse artistic scene where everyone in different shades of colors in every shape or form can see themselves represented on screen or on our television. How grand would it be to see like a superstar with one leg? Like,
Well,
and I'm not talking like your average, normal, basic, boring. I'm talking about like Chris Brown level, crazy, mega superstar, but with one leg. That would mean you would see another person sitting at home would see themselves. You know, so if this person can win a Grammy, if this one person with one leg can win a Grammy, what stops me from winning a Grammy? Do you know what I'm saying?
I got you, dog. But low key, I also feel like it's one of the things that you need to achieve as well, so that you put that narrative is actually pushed properly out there to cut off
Yeah,
the typical thinking of how people look at this I don't want to disable people, no, how people look at uh, disability,
yeah,
people who,
yeah.
yeah,
As a whole.
yeah, I'm just finding the right way, but I can't find the right way. I don't want to
No,
discriminate.
it's okay. It's okay. It's really
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's our job to kind of change the narrative as well. Because also, I'm also trying to move away from us looking sad and looking like we're begging for attention. We need to earn it anyway. We need to work for it. Anyway, Uti, if I become a superstar, I should become a superstar because I worked hard to get there and I earned it, not because people are feeling pity towards me or anything like that. I'm trying to move away from us looking like, oh man, oh, sorry, oh shame. I'm trying to change the narrative in a way where even a normal, typical person can be like, okay, this person is so inspiring. Like, how are they doing? You know?
Mm.
Um, so yeah, and maybe I'm not doing enough, but I am working towards it.
Yeah, definitely, Jackie. You are capable, actually, to become
Yeah,
the super you imagine yourself
yeah,
with. And before I continue with the question that I'm going to ask you now, you
okay.
said when you grew up, you used to see about Stevie Wonder and stuff. So one thing that made you want to join the entertainment industry is simply because you wanted to appear on TV. So let me ask you one
Yeah.
thing. You appeared on TV. Has your dream came true so far?
on a consistent level, like I just wanted to share my talent, dude. Like I knew that I was talented. I just wanted to, I don't know, I just wanted the spotlight. I guess I love the spotlight, especially
Mm.
with regards to the arts, with regards to the arts and my voice and my talent in that regard. Like I've always wanted to put it in the forefront. It's not it's not consistent enough. I think I really need to put in the work. And I think that we don't speak about is how hard it is to be an artist if you're not signed under a label, because there's certain things that you can't get away with unless you just have the financial backing, you know.
Mm. Mm.
Um so yeah, but I am definitely working towards making that more consistent. Me appearing on TV to be consistent. And also, there's a misconception that when you're appearing on TV, you're making money. No, it's a misconception. It doesn't mean you're making money because you're on TV. I, in a way, I want to be able to sustain myself through my art. You know, I want to tour the world. I want to see the world through what I do. You know,
Mhm.
but it's gonna take time. But I'm putting in the work.
No, no, definitely
So
your consistent activity, my bro, your proactiveness shows that you are truly putting in the work. And I really want to go back kancane from what you
okay,
you said
okay,
in this
okay,
conversation, because like I'm just having a train of thoughts, nje, yabo. So you
okay.
said one thing that kills, I won't say your spirit, but one thing that you don't like about the environment of the industry, which is the music industry, besides how they look at people with disability. You dislike the fact that the main focus is no longer based on pure talent, you know,
Nah,
but
it's not.
rather clout, following all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
and yes, I agree with you, my brother. Now I'm in the music industry, and that's what I've realized. But the beauty. I think there's a beauty there, man. You let me know what you think. I think there's a beauty there because now, if that's the case, it gives the talented minority or majority uh, to be able to wake up, my brother. Meaning that to start learning and doing research about the music of business because I feel like nowadays, right, the talent is not enough, but
It's
talent that goes
mm,
hand in hand with knowledge and information in terms of the industry that you're in, business wise, it gives you more advantage in how you move. I don't
yeah,
care. I don't really care how how many years it takes till you make it, but the mere fact that you did everything correctly from the start, business wise, and talent wise, uh, you'll make money way before the blow up. Do you understand?
okay,
Because if you start gravitating to understanding and applying yourself towards the business of music, you start to realize that there's so many channels to actually make revenue off music besides getting live gigs, besides getting your music on all DSPs, which is your online streaming platforms, or for people to be able to download them, or getting your ish on TV.
Okay.
So 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 tell me your insight in terms of what I just said, Njai Gaming, and obviously from what you already have seen, like you said, very disappointed because the industry is just focusing on just talent.
No, I'm old. So
Yeah.
I come from I
Hold
come from
on,
a
yeah.
I'm very old. I come from a generation where talent used to be the threshold, used to be the standard. You need to, for you to even do anything artistically, you need to be extraordinary. Like you need to be like beyond, I don't know, beyond words. I'm losing my vocabulary as well. But you need to be extraordinary. You need to be like incredible. We grew up in an era where you needed to be an amazing vocalist and you needed to have like presence on stage, and that was the standard back then. But unfortunately now, it everything has to be aligned. Your wardrobe, your branding, your business, like everything has to, for you to blow up, everything has to kind of work with each other, you know. Especially now that we live also in a digital era, everything, even your social media has to kind of back you up. It's unfortunate, but in a way, like you're right, it forces you to then start educating yourself about things about like algorithm, how it works, you know. And it forces you to start thinking, okay, since I'm an independent artist, okay, this is where I should start, you know. Um, like this, I should register my music and etc. Like, and the current state of the industry forces you to understand the business aspect of music, where before the talent was enough. You get people that actually, no, let's work, because they appreciated the raw talent and then they just took things further. Now we live in an era where you don't necessarily have to rely on a record label per se. You know, back then a record label did everything for you. They just took the raw talent as it is. Then you went through maybe like a workshop where they train you how to even like speak publicly. You went through like a process of how to become even a superstar. They literally trained you from scratch to you gradually growing you to and getting like the best in the business, where they would get the best producers, uh, the best vocal coach, the best uh, marketing, branding, Tony. Even they would even go to an extent to even get like record labels back then, a stylist, where everything was done for you. Worse back then, even songwriters, you find Uti, there's someone has a beautiful voice, but the none of the songs are written by them. For example, Winnie, which used to never wrote one song. It was Babyface who wrote most of the her biggest hits. So the industry has changed compared to back then and how it is now, you know. So in a way now it forces you to know the business. So before you didn't need to know the business. Your raw talent was enough to get you further. So yeah.
I just think low key the switch happened simply because record labels taking advantage of pure talent, because what they saw the talent and they saw that this cousin doesn't know anything, so this is our chance to really exploit them. Yeah, boy. And
Yeah.
at the end they change. Hence why your Winnie Houstons, at the end they were complaining about not getting their royalties from their smash classic hits and that kind of stuff. And I feel like if your likes of Whitney Houston's and all of the big stars, um, they knew about the importance of understanding the music side of the business. I mean, we could have probably Whitney Houston by today would have been still alive.
You
You know,
reckon? No?
I reckon definitely. So yeah. So tell us about. Oh yeah, another thing. You mentioned something very important. Very
Okay.
important. You said I think you went to SABC, and
Yes.
someone else in an agency that recruits uh, um, disadvantaged, physically disadvantaged type of individuals. So
No.
can you please elaborate that furthermore on how how can people, more especially your artists, can embark in joining into that agency, and
Okay.
further also elaborate your your activism in terms of disability rights activists. Yeah, well, just elaborate that. What does it really entails?
Okay. So okay, let me explain. Okay, let me go back. So my first time, really experiencing theater, I told you, was with the state theater youth choir, right?
Hmm.
I was well. I feel like I'm the first official disabled member of the choir. I feel like now, I feel like our director is more open to it now since
Mm.
he encountered me. Um, and then I'm also part of the Weekend Festival. The Weekend Festival is an organization. Should I call it an organization? Or yeah, it is an organization actually that would like to actually to highlight disabled artists across the country.
Mm.
Run by um Nobel Mbata, and amongst others. I'm feel like I'm forgetting important names, but it's okay. um, but what they do is of each. I don't know how long they take to audition, but um, I think after 2 years they go around the country and they hold auditions in I think three categories: poetry, music, and dance.
Mm.
And then they scout for talent across the country, and then they take the best ones. They take like disabled acts, and then they choose amongst the best, and then after that they get to showcase for the weekend festival, which is like a festival that happens every single year, and then they just showcase disabled different types of disabled arts, singers, dancers, poets. So it happens usually it happens every year. It's called the Weekend Festival.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. So please do invite me whenever the weekend festival is on. I just want to see the whole environment and network with people there. It sounds really
Okay.
good.
I will definitely do that. It's a really cool space. Oh, by the way, it gets showcased at the ICC Arena. No,
Ooh.
the Playhouse Theatre in Durban every year. Every year.
Ooh. Oh, so
Yeah.
I need to travel from Soweto to Durban. Dang.
Yeah.
So when I currently, where do you live right now? So Soweto, Durban, Hamban.
Mm. Right now I'm in Pretoria. Still in Pretoria.
Wow, we live. You're live in Pretoria as you speak right now.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're definitely live in Pretoria right now.
Nice, man. This is such a beautiful conversation, man. I'm really enjoying it. I don't know about you, and yeah, man. I just wish this conversation really goes out to the right people, and
Okay.
they get inspiration, knowledge, so that you take out that stigma about how they see disabled people and shit. You know,
Yeah,
and said,
I agree with you. I agree with you. But in future, in future, please ask more specific questions so that I don't go off route.
What?
Because I feel like at some point I was going off route because of like we didn't have specific questions. I think in future that will really help me to narrow things down.
You said I must do what in the future?
Ask more specific questions.
More specific questions.
Yeah, so that I'm able to like answer questions in a more narrowed specific way, because I felt like at some point I was off route. I went off topic. So like asking specific questions would help me to be able to answer the question exactly as it should be. But
Okay.
I enjoyed the interview as well. I enjoyed it.
No, no, I'm gonna stress my dog. You know, like me personally, I don't mind you answering long as questions because I mean we have enough time, man. And
All right.
not like there's a like limited time. And again, for me, it didn't sound all over the place. You know,
Uh,
Bengzok jail and game if you did, to be honest, Bengzok jail dog. So don't worry about that. I think you're gonna you'll have the chance to watch the whole interview. You know, ubone with kahle
okay.
kahle. Yonke into isha. So let me close up this interview with the last two questions, my brother. And
Okay.
yeah, so are we okay? You told me about a poem. You told me about a
Yeah.
poem. You told
Yeah.
me about a poem. Can you please, if you can, recite that for us here? And which you'll be the first person to ever recite or do a performance of some sort here in the BIP Central live show. So that's already history in the
Okay.
making. And yeah, just give us a bit of the day for just give us the word of the day for this beautiful Sabbath, which is a Saturday special day where God rested after creating the world and creating us, my brother.
Okay.
So yeah, here's a platform, my brother. Do your thing.
You said you want a word first, man. You want a word.
A poem. Please recite
Okay.
your recent poem that you told me about, and then
Okay.
we close up with the word of the day since it's Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me start with the poem.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Before you start, please, what's the name of the poem? What is the poem
um,
all about?
it,
And
it's it's called Letters to Suicide.
latest.
No, letters to suicide.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Um. Okay. Let me start because dear suicide, is this baby boys or is it toys? What is it that you teach using mighty guns to preach? Dear suicide, is this baby boys or is it toys? What is it that you teach using mighty guns to preach? I'm writing long letters to God because your rod caught me off guard. I was prepared to run, but I'm an armored rookie and so I won't let you mingle. This is my jungle. Unfortunately, I don't carry with ruthless tigers. I worry about my fingers. You better confess to impulsive deeds. Choose before you lose. Stop with the toxic lies of self-centered propaganda. It's just another poisonous illusion. Pulling the trigger is no solution. You're nothing but a big fat liar who likes fancy pistols but hates happy milestones. You've beheaded
Mm,
so many of our praised people before, and now some of their ghetto fabulous tales follow. Some will think there's no tomorrow, but the path to victory is quite narrow. My will was deeply scarred, but then I dodged an arrow, and now I'm no longer sorrowful. Dear homicide, you've got to end this. Full stop. Shift your focus, hocus pocus. Don't paralyze my paradise. Don't
mm.
paralyze my paradise. Dear suicide, is this for the boys or is it toys? What is it that you teach using mighty guns to preach? All right, that's it. Beautiful. So good. That's so beautiful.
Power to you, my brother. That's so beautiful, my king. Very, very beautiful. Right? So, what is before we go to the word of the day, né?
Yeah,
Suicide letter to tell me letter suicide
letters to
thought.
suicide.
So, is it based on the message we recited, or there's more into it?
Yeah, it's based on the message. But more than it was based on boy, boy kids, or yeah, boy kids, or boy. How can I put it? or a boy child. It was based on that because I felt like in most cases men have a higher statistic of killing themselves because we are never allowed to really um express how we feel in society. Unless, as a man, unless you have money, you have no power. You know, as a man, you just never allowed to be vulnerable. You're never allowed to express how you truly feel. You know, so I wrote it from that standpoint. That wait, actually, like, hence even the line it goes, is this baby boys or is it toys? Because I feel like in society, really, it's like we're just there for their amusement, and then when we first for the world's amusement, and then we just die without having to achieve anything of our own. If you're a man and you don't have money and you don't have status and you don't have power and nobody, you even see it in our families, in our homes. If a man at home, if you're a man at home and you're unemployed, people treat you differently compared to when they treat the rich uncle or the rich father of the house or brother. They treat us differently. So a man is truly defined by their possessions. So I wrote it as homage to that, to say, no, suicide. We need to really, as a society, we need to look into men and the things that they need outside of them just being material objects. So it came from that standpoint as well. And I'd lost a friend to suicide as well at the time. So yeah.
Beautiful, my king. I love your description, Jack game. Like I'm out of words. I really out of words. Nice one. Truly nice one. So word of the day, my brother, before we close off.
Oh my god, I have to think of a word. What's I had a word the other day that I wanted to like unpack. What's an alternative for a person who's an extremist?
Really, there's no alternative, man. To be honest, an extremist.
There's an alternative word that I used the other day. Friend, what's an alternative word for extremist? For extremists. Yeah, people that do. Oh, radical. Yes, radical.
Alternative word.
Yeah, radical.
Synonym. Gashi.
Yes.
Oh,
That's what I said.
Sorry. Okay.
The word of the day is radical.
Be radical.
How far are you willing to go for the life you want? Are you willing to be radical? Are you willing to go to the most extreme lengths for the life you want? Yeah, that's the word of the day.
Jami, ngiyabonga for your time. Thank you so much. Ngiyeza futhi nomuntu lapho in the background naye ngicela umhalalile. Ngiyabonga so much.
All right, bye.
Before we close up, my brother, can you please close up the show for us? Then obviously Pumi live in bese ngiyayivala ke then sisay. We end the show.
Close it how?
Yeah, close it. No, just say anything, man. Say anything. Feel free.
Okay. Can I sing something? Can I sing something instead?
Do your thing, my brother. Do your thing.
It's Happy Central, man.
It's Be Happy Central.
Be Happy Central.
Yeah, Be Happy Central live show.
Okay. Be happy. Be happy. Be happy in the center. Be happy. Be happy in the Central. BF Central. Be happy. Oh, be happy. Be happy in the center. Okay, bye guys.
Okay, bafethu, as you can see, Sfundo shine point. This is the first ever performance right here at the Be Happy Central live show. So if you missed it, well, anyways, Jack Amy, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the live, beautiful performances that you did for us. Very inspirational, very insightful interview. I enjoyed myself. I don't know about you guys, but if you did, simply place a comment right here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video so it gets spreaded out like a woman when they open their leg. See? So yeah, Sfundo, ngiyabonga kakhulu nje Game for coming through. May God keep blessing you, man, forever and ever. Amen, my brother. So yeah, that is episode 16, and vandaag besphethe no episode 17, and vandaag besphethe Sfundo Sikhosane, and now we are heading to episode 16 because we had to switch times. You see, which will start just now at about around 12. So yeah, if you did tune into this beautiful live with Sfundo Sikhosane, who is a vocalist, a poet, and a disability rights activist. So yeah, man, it was really an insightful episode. So yeah, stay tuned for more upcoming episodes. Don't forget to follow us. Don't forget to share this live with the people who really need it, and don't forget to keep showing us the support that you keep showing us, and we really appreciate it from the bottom of this beautiful heart. You see, just to see the love I have for you. So yeah, this is the Be Happy Central live show because we are high, visual, passionate people, and young. So hashtag be happy.